All right, Norman Sykes Balding. I love ranting. Bare Bones Broadcasting. Well, listen, a good talk show host, that's all they do. Or get others who can rant. You gotta have some sense about your ranting, and I do. You know why I rant though? Because the kids are not allowed to tease and keep this stuff going. You busted your kid's mouth shut. You are an idiot. Warren Wiersbe warned you. Every time I see what's going on here, this man's sermon I used to play on the tape deck. I don't know why. The sermons I used to play by tape haunt me. Some of them have vividly come true. Ministers predicting, warning you of this tragedy coming the way you were living, and this was 25, 30 years ago. Your lifestyle and what you were saying to the kids about it. You said you were hypocrites and beating up on the kids for it, and you're going to get in trouble. Wow. And I don't think the worst is coming out. You bred some cold-hearted human beings. When you look at what you got the kids watching on television, it's all cold-hearted. And you're reacting cold-hearted to them? What are you going to do when the hypocrisy hits? Because, hold on. When this fails, you're going to look for generosity and mercy, and you didn't build that. You didn't live it, you didn't say it, and it ain't around. And you are going to be in trouble when this hypocrisy fails. And it's right around the corner. I know they've been yelling a long time. Well, if you understand what keeps us afloat, there was never a foundation to start with, and that sand is flowing out from underneath. No foundation in the structure of this. The sand of horseshit flowing out. The no foundation is going like this. Sooner or later, this, want to bet? They won't, they'll just print more. A dumb ass told me that the other day, who thinks he's smart enough to manage a company. He's called on in meetings to talk. You need to shut up. Because what I heard you say, you couldn't give that company advice. And he can't. And I watch him stood around there like he's got the ability to give advice to a company, and he does not. He's wrong. And when he's wrong, he won't take the credit for it. No, he won't. No, it doesn't embarrass him. I mean, it embarrasses him, but he doesn't, not enough to get him to fix it. Nope. And sooner or later, they're losing help now. They're starting to lose their old help. He fired a manager after 17 years. I don't care what she did wrong. When you look at what she did right, what she did wrong ain't nothing to fire her for. You are an absolute idiot. And the restaurant glowed with her there. It was remarkable. Now, not the same. And the crowd's different, and it's all going to change. Because the mood of the restaurant changed. Now they got sourpusses around doing that lady's work. What she did, they got 3 people doing. And claiming it's more financially to get rid of her. She was costing them money. Do you know what's going to cost them now, what they put in place of her? When that restaurant closes, he made it. He said, we can't let the restaurant close. Well, you sure just made it close and won't admit it. Well, you better get her back there if you want that, and when you want that place to open. I don't know what you need to change to keep it open in terms of some other policy. Well, it's not her. That would be the dumbest thing to remove. And they did the dumbest thing. It reminded me of somebody selecting this Trailblazer star. It blew up in their face. Well, it was obvious it was going to before they even selected him, and they selected him anyway. Because of the glitter. You know who was doing the work of the selecting? The advertising industry. And he's never been a good ball player. It's not his fault. And the advertising industry selected this man and dumped the whole job of ball playing on his head. And you could tell he was not a ball player. He was good for advertising. That's it. And it went whoosh, like advertising does. It's horseshit. All of it. And so are the people that push it and sell it. And they're getting huge amounts of money to live with in luxury as idiots. It's astonishing. Right in front of you. And it makes this go. It sure does. It makes the dollar bill. It doesn't float. Falls to the ground dead. And you starve. Planet! They're all writing off their losses on that buck. What about? Whole planet is right now. There's a structure internationally to write every loss on this globe off on that buck. Do you win a bet? This has become the sponge of horseshit. Falling to the ground. Pretty dumb. Where did you get that idea? Huh? It'd be interesting what they think is going to pick that up. It'd be real interesting when there's no motive to do it. And there couldn't be anyway. And whoever came up with the idea is an idiot and doesn't know humanity at all. And you better come up with 4 more currency systems and a preach of devotion and a response to it without horsewhipping somebody. You think you can horsewhip devotion, you can't. And it takes devotion. And you can't whip it. It's called out of it before it got here. All devotion happened before this planet got here. You can't beat it out. You got to call it with the right voice. The only voice living. Calling it. Do you hear another one calling it? I don't. I listen for it and listen for it every day. The children, I hear them calling it. Yes, I do. The children, and I hear those not yet born calling too.